Up and I rolled out of bed, got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Oh, yeah. Everything will be okay. Oh, yeah. I kiss my cares all away. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. It's a real good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Woo! It's a great, great day. It's a good day. Get up! Can't you see the sun shining? I woke up and I rolled out of bed, got dressed and I left at 10. Check my nails, looking good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh yeah, I know this'll be the day. Everything will be okay. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna chase all those gray clouds away. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. No more crying myself to sleep and thinking better days are a far off dream. Get up and I move my feet, cause I hear music playing on these streets. Oh yeah. Ain't nobody gonna cry today. Ain't nobody gonna die today. I kiss my cares all away. It's gonna be a good, good day. It's gonna be a good, good day. Good, good day. Gonna be a good, good day. I think it's finally all gonna go my way. Rain or shine, no, I don't mind. This day is mine. I'm gonna change.
Hello there, and good morning,
Hello.
Wednesday.
It reminded me of the luau. Aloha.
There you go.
Good morning. You know what today is? It's Wednesday, and we have our agent meetings at 10 a.m. with Megan. So, looking forward to seeing all of you guys on there at 10 a.m.
Higher interest rates are here. Topic number 1.
Yep.
Topic number 2, brought to you actually by 2 people sent independently. Mike Shepard sent this one in, and so did Stacy. But Mike Shepard sent it first, so he gets the credit. Mike sent it via text, Stacy sent it via email, so I technically saw Stacy's first.
Wow.
Contingent offers in a hot market.
Yep.
Is the third topic. But the second one that they sent in, sorry, I skipped a line there, I didn't have my glasses on. Section 8 properties and their property rights.
Yep.
And what's going on in
Providence, just right down the road, 380.
So we're going to discuss that one. It's kind of got some hot topic stuff associated with it.
Yes, it does. Okay. You ready, Mike?
Yeah. Higher interest rates are here.
Yes, they are.
So let's kind of discuss that and see what it means.
Okay.
Is this slowing down just a little bit? Maybe a good thing. Are the rates, what do we see in the market? How's everything going on? Like, is this a recession or is it not? We had like a fake recession earlier, but then we had this and then we had explosion and now we have super low unemployment. We have all these things going on and the market's like too hot.
Yeah.
So it needs to cool off.
The buzz on the street is that rates will go to 7%.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the first link we have here. Is mortgage rates have surged past 6%. We're going to go ahead and share this with you. As you've probably been watching, the Fed is going to be meeting soon. We've had inflation that's been going up, and it hasn't tampered. I think the last one came out at 8.6.
Yeah.
And wholesale prices have increased, I think, 10.4%. So we've been seeing prices going up all across the board for inputs, for all types of things, and they think a 75-point basis hike is going to be necessary, and that's going to push mortgage rates possibly past 6%. Yep. They do anticipate another 75 and another 50 and another 50 and another 25 after that in consecutive months to kind of get us where they want to go. So it's going to be going up, up, and up to slow it down just a little bit because things are running too hot.
So one thing to note when you are a listing agent and you're receiving offers and you have your third-party financing,
yes,
look at what their proposed interest rate is and make sure that it's not like 4% because, there needs to be a cushion in there with seeing the rise to make sure that they can't, just get out because the rate goes to a certain, goes above the norm. So you want to put a cushion in there.
Yep. So we're back, to pre-COVID numbers, to 2017, 2018 numbers on where the rates are. And I don't know that that's a bad thing, right? It's like right back to where we were. We just had a dip and all those things, and we knew we had to work through it. So it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next tab. We're going to go ahead and put in the these into the chat for you as well. So we'll get those in. But first, we're going to take a little look here. And what you're going to see is interest rates are rising. If we look at 1 year, this chart looks really scary. Okay?
Yeah.
So super, super scary on a 1 year, on a 1 year time frame. And I'm going to grab the mouse and move some stuff around and show you. So let's take a look at a 5 year. Okay? So if we look at a 5 year time horizon, we see that interest rates were about 5% over here when things were in 2018, and then we had a down, right? And now we have
just teasing us.
And then if we go back just a little bit further, though, we're going to see some other things. Okay. And the world was different here.
Sure.
And we had super high inflation in the 80s, and we have super high inflation now.
Right.
Okay. But interest rates are nowhere near this. So they were having back in the day, like 10% inflation or 8 or 9% inflation for these years. And then they had 18% interest rates. So you were losing every year on it. But right now we're having 10% inflation and we're having right? So it's inverted in the backwards way that the assets are great things to own now. And if we take a little look and we ignore that, so let's just ignore ignore that whole section. And then let's look over a longer time frame, right? And you see that even if we started in 2000, you're like, yeah, stuff only started in 2000. And we look somewhere around here, rates are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Over a 20-year time frame. Now, you might have an uptick right now, but they're relatively decent.
And
it's good to put it in perspective.
So if you look back at those years, was our economy strong and unemployment was low and all the things that historically, I think.
Yeah, and we're even in a better situation now, it appears, right? This is just going on because, and prices are up and inflation and whatever, so those things do happen.
I mean, things had to calm down in this, a little bit. And we talked about yesterday, it's not a crash, it's not a market crash, it's a shift to get control of what's happening. And although, it does put a strain on affordability a little bit, but balancing everything out, I mean, you think about it, is it better to have that and have things calm and give people an opportunity, or, the above and beyond the list price is really difficult to compete with too. So there you go.
Yeah. So anyways, higher interest rates are here, and what you'll probably see is there's a time, and I'm sure Stacy will remember this, that there was a government program that was ending and winding down, and things got really crazy for a period of time. What was that all about?
It was a first-time homebuyer credit.
Yep.
And, my dad was doing appraisals at the time, and he was he was a good indicator for us, because his business, he would say, gosh, my business, and this was his phrase, my business has dried up. Everything's come to a screeching halt. And we're like, what? It's crazy. And literally 30 days later, same for us. And it was the day that first-time homebuyer credit went away. It was a big deal.
Yeah, so but it got super busy right before it.
Yeah, it got crazy, extremely literally, it's like somebody shut the door.
So, are we ready for something like this? If we think interest rates are going to go up, are there people listing their homes? Are there people who are going to be moving, doing all these things right now to get in for the new school year?
Yeah.
So that they take advantage of all these things, right? And then it slows down a little bit in the fall, because if we see that rates are going up and things are going to be different, then, that could be something to kind of look at here.
Yeah.
So, but historically, sometimes we do have to put things in perspective.
Yeah.
We just went through a major, major world event, and the result is our economy is too hot.
Yeah, but even in those times, it just wasn't the momentum that we had before. But when that credit stopped and things really came to a screeching halt, we still survived.
Oh, yeah.
So, deep breath, everyone.
Yes. So there we go.
Okay.
Section 8, do they have property rights? I assume so. You enter into a lease, and so there's a community.
You have to be approved as a Section 8 landlord.
Yeah, but there's a ton of different things here. Yeah. So we have Section 8 landlords in Providence. So this is on 380, right?
It's on 380.
And I think it's its own community.
It is.
Like its own city. Yeah. It's like something all to itself. I believe there's 2,200 homes in this area, is what the article said. And if we take a look through this, we're going to see some very interesting things. That the HOA went in and changed some rules, okay? And made it effective immediately.
Really?
Again, one of my favorite phrases of all times, okay? And what it seemed to be here is that they are fining $300 a week for anyone that has a Section 8 tenant in the property. Okay.
So did they not have this in their bylaws before?
No. So this was not in the rules before. They had a closed door board of director meeting where they took input from the HOA members, and then they took a vote. Then the vote that they put out there was about one thing. And they were maybe hoodwinked, the voting.
Yeah.
And then they changed what was going on. So essentially they voted no to short-term rentals, no to owning multiple units within the place to lease out per person.
How can you do this effective immediately? I mean,
Well, no, so it wasn't supposed to be effective immediately,
Okay.
right? And then no to Section 8 housing
okay.
in the development.
Right.
Okay, so they voted no to that as a community. Then what happened is the whole thing was then implemented. So the neighborhood voted on it. They gave it to the board to figure out what the rules were. Then the board took those and said, like, you need to move out now.
But I don't think you can do that because by law, if you evict someone from a property, you have to go through a process. I mean,
Well, so there was a lease. There's leases in place for all these people, right?
Right.
And
You can't.
the neighborhood felt that they were voting to have it like, hey, when the lease ends, like we're gonna, like these people, whatever it is, and then they're like, well, no, actually, we just passed this. Like tomorrow, you have to be out. And it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's crazy. I think there's going to be a lot of discussions on this for sure.
Yeah,
Because HOA may have a little bit too much control and not following city ordinances or laws.
well, so they're their own city. So that's a little weird thing too. So now it's its own city, but now all of a sudden there's a lot to this. So many layers to peel back on this one. Mm-hmm. And now we're posting notices on people's doors. So now we're outing people as Section 8 recipients. I don't know that that's a public record thing.
We need to follow this story to see how this
There's
plays
going to be a
out. This is
lot with it
crazy.
because there was overstepped in a lot of ways. And this is going to be an amazing topic. We can't take a stance on it, right? And say like how we feel, but
I
we
mean,
can
I
just
feel
bring
like
up the
they
items.
should be grandfathered in, and it happens for once the lease ends.
I know,
you just
but-
kick somebody out.
Well, I don't know, but imagine doing these things and like being the authority
It's
that
not
says
right.
it because it's their own city.
Yeah, that's wrong.
It's the HOA. They were given the authority to do this, and the board makes up rules, and they're like, well, that wasn't our intention with the
No.
rules. So,
Yeah.
but the thing that really gets me is kind of outing the people. And they were entitled to this program.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine if you took any other program, right? And said all of a sudden, we're going to, because they have a lease in place.
Yeah,
What if you said, we're going to take anyone that is currently a veteran,
yeah.
right? That's a government program and
It
they're
is.
on this. And
Yeah.
so we're going to take anyone that has VA eligibility and kick them out of the neighborhood.
It's
Because-
discrimination.
You start to look at this and it feels a little different.
Yeah.
So more to come in the near future.
Yeah, good one to follow. Gosh, it's nuts. HOAs.
It
Really?
is.
Probably be in HOA 2.0.
You're going to be interviewed about that a lot. All right, so that's a wrap. Shauna, I think you're going to have to be on TV about that one a lot. So you're going to have to study up and watch and see all the details on it.
Okay.
But
Awesome.
that is super interesting topic.
It is.
There's a lot of flashpoints to it.
Okay.
That's a wrap for us
That's a
today.
wrap.
We do have
10
agent
a.m.
meetings at 10.
Zoom meeting with Stacy. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No problem.
Okay. See you in a few.
Just take some 2 pictures.
Yeah.
when you're good.
Oh.
Higher interest rates.
Higher.
Okay, got that. And Section 8 property.
Get out. Section 8. Okey-dokey.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wish me luck.
Good luck, Shauna.